Hey, it's Tuxedo Mark. It's 7:05 p.m. on Thursday, September 16, 2021. And I just watched episode 21 of Beast King Golion, Altea's sister planet. Oh, yeah, and welcome to VLOGTRON, the Voltron vlog. and so I'm going to give my thoughts about this episode and how it compares to the Voltron equivalent. Oh, hey, random cactus. Thanks for joining me. Um, okay, so in this episode, it's the equivalent of the Voltron episode called It'll Be a Cold Day. And that's the one where Princess Ramel has been captured. She's on planet Doom, or it's not called Doom in Golion, but anyway, she's their prisoner. And Prince Lotor, at least in the Voltron version, he tortures her, but there's an indication in the original Golion version that he sexually assaults her. Yeah. Also, he knocks her out, I believe, in the Japanese version, whereas she just faints or passes out in Voltron. But then she gets, before she gets the idea to escape, all right, in the Voltron version, she kind of recounts like where she came from and how her people are related to to Alora's people, like they have a common ancestor or something like that. In the Golion version, she doesn't recount that. Instead, the narrator comes on and kind of gives an info dump. So, yeah, that was a bit jarring, but yeah. So then she gets the idea to escape the planet, gets the other girls to help her out. They have to steal ship, and So once she does that, and Lotor's pissed, of course, and he wants to. He goes to give chase. Princess Ramel sends out a distress signal to the Castle of Lions. One thing that I should mention is in Golion, she's not called Ramel. She's called Princess Amu. That's like Amue. Okay. So she sends out a distress signal and goes to the Castle of Lions, gets it, and also on planet Heracles, which is described as a wandering planet, which makes no sense, but that's her homeworld. So her younger brother, Prince Alor, is trying to locate her as well. And when the Voltron force arrives, or the Golion team, he's relieved. Ramel's ship crashes on a planet. I don't remember if it's named in the Voltron version, but in the Golion version, it's called Planet Russell. Yeah, Russell. Okay, so it's like a snowy planet. Both Ramel and her brother are captured, and Prince Lotor wants to trade both of them in exchange for Princess Alora because he's just obsessed with her. In fact, the Golion version kind of insinuates that he's been raping Ramel because she looks like Alora. So he's like, in the meantime, you'll do. he's creepy. He's creepy. So Allura agonizes over it, or Princess Fala. And then she decides to trade herself for both of them. The rest of the team's like, you can't do that. There's this bit where one of the mice had stowed away in her flight suit. Like it was like in here, and she didn't notice it until the mouse revealed himself. I believe the mouse was, which mouse was it? Cheesy in Voltron. I forget what the Japanese name is. And apparently in the Golion version, Fala realizes that the mouse's wife, who also has a name, I don't remember what that is either, but she was the one that convinced him to stow away and keep an eye on them. Or her specifically, maybe, I'm not sure. Anyway, so Keith has an idea that they're going to do like a switcheroo. He turns off like the heater on his suit so he gets covered in snow, and he decides to go in Allura's place for the trade. So he goes up to Prince Lotor, and Lotor's excited. I'm going to have the princess in my arms. Turns out it's Keith. So anyway, at one point, I forget all the entire sequence of events, but like Princess Ramel's younger brother gets Keith's gun that had been knocked away, and he's trying to kill Prince Lotor, and Ramel's got a gun too. They both want to avenge their father, basically. Let's see. But then Lotor kidnaps Ramel. He actually picks her up, like carries her over his shoulder. He escapes with her. So it's a downer ending. Ramel's younger brother's crying. The Voltron force doesn't know what to do. They don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, so... So the next episode, apparently, it's episode 22. The Voltron episode is called The Deadly Flowers. The Golion episode is called Phantom Space Flowers. But yeah, apparently that one does not pick up with them trying to rescue Princess Ramel yet. So we're going to have to wait on that. But, okay, so the episode is a bit, darker compared to the Voltron version, with the insinuation of sexual abuse. But still, both versions have a downer ending, though. One thing I gotta say again, I'm not a fan of the little the prince. What was his name again? He's called Prince Bandor in Voltron, and Prince Alor in Golion. You really can't take him seriously. First of all, he's this little kid, and he's apparently like in charge. Like, why isn't Ramel in charge? But yeah, he's just this little kid, and he's wearing like Roman style or Greek style military uniform or something, but he's this little kid, and he's got like this cape, and he's dressing like he's out of another millennium. Um, why is he dressed like that? And Ramel's dressed, more modern. So that doesn't make sense. But yeah, I was never a fan of this kid. I think Ramel would have been just fine on her own without a little brother. But anyway, so that's it for this episode. Thanks for joining me. And yeah, I guess that's it. It's 7:16 p.m. and that's it. Thanks for watching.